Yeah, we're back. Welcome to How Can She Snap? This is a Marvel Snap podcast dedicated to the filthiest of casuals. I'm the kid, one half of the Super Snap Bros, here with my brother from the same mother, Mr.
No big deal. Late night. Let's go.
Late night pod after dark. Once again, we're joined with a very, very special guest, a friend of the pod. You know him. I know him. He is the foam dart wrangler himself,
What?
Mr. NERFHERDER.
How's it going, guys?
What's
The hell's
up?
a foam dart wrangler?
A nerf herder.
Oh,
Nerfs are like
Jesus.
foam darts.
I feel
Sorry.
stupid now, but yeah.
I
okay.
tried to be clever. I'm just an idiot. You know, don't listen to me. But
That was like a reference. I didn't get the reference. I'm like, oh no.
oh, I'm an idiot. It's all right. But, you know, we got a nice pod for you guys, boys and girls, today. We're going to go over Black Swan, new season, the Black Order, the Goth Squad is here. That was a NERFHERDER video, by the way. Check it out on YouTube, NERFHERDER MS. We got Black Swan. We have Supergiant, the two new cards that came out. We're going to be talking about all the rest of the February cards. We're maybe going to talk about some of the March and April new releases, too, and how broken they look. We're going to talk about a little bit about the meta. And maybe go over some of the recent patch notes. Let's get it. The kid. No big deal. NERFHERDER, how the hell are you guys?
How you doing, NERFHERDER?
I'm good. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Nice,
All right.
nice.
All right. It's a casual Saturday, you know? It's no,
Oh, you
I was
know
trying to
nothing
think
wrong
of
with
something
that.
happening in my life, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm boring. This is it.
Well, yeah, I always forget to do this, man. You want to tell people where to find you and stuff? I mean, I'll have the information there, but I feel like
It's
a dick
just
now.
NERFHERDER MS on Twitter and YouTube. That's pretty much it.
Nice. Yeah, I get too excited up in here, you know.
It's all good.
How do you like the new season so far? Black Swan, Black Order?
It's all right. I like the theming. All the art and the card backs are sick as fuck. But yeah, so far it's been all right. I feel like you can do anything you want this past week as far as decks go.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And yeah, no, seriously, the art and stuff, I love it the most. The card backs are the best.
Yeah.
I've seen like a lot of, you know, on the interwebs and stuff, people seem to be a little down on Black Swan from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And people seem to be liking Supergiant a little bit more. And I'm a little bit, I mean, I played a decent amount, but not too much. But I kind of feel a little bit about the opposite. Like,
Same.
I kind of like Black Swan a lot. I feel like she's great. And Supergiant seems like a tech card to me. Like, it's like good, but not like broken, but like a good tech card.
Yeah. I feel like if you like Supergiant over Black Swan, you're like the kind of person that would jump in a cold pool and then go, it's not even that cold. And you're just kind of a jerk. You're just kind of a jerk.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. It's not cold. Come in, guys.
Yeah. And then everyone else tries it out and you're like, you're a dick, dude. This card
Yeah.
sucks.
But you is the card a little bit better than you thought, you know, toxic wise? Because I know your early thoughts on it, you were like, you seemed before it released, you seemed like a little bit pissed that like this card's gonna fucking ruin everything.
Well, it had the potential to. I just don't
Yeah.
like the style of play it promotes. Like, we already have enough lockdown, like screw you over type stuff going on. So yeah, that's why I was on the Black Swan train. I was like, no, let's just do a bunch of stuff and get a little wild.
Yeah. And I like that, you know. No big deal. What do you think?
I kind of liked, for the first 10 minutes of the season, we had this 2-3 Black Swan. For me, I was like, I like it at a 2-3 personally. I know a lot of people said 3-5's a buff, 3-5 body's better. I get it. If you got a vanilla card, it's better at 3-5 than 2-3. Guys, I get it. All right. But like, just the curves that, like, you play Black Swan 2-3 with Lockjaw in a Thanos Stone 0. Like, I mean, you're snapping before you're playing this stuff. The Beast combo, like the Beast, well, Beast was 3 at the time, but, you know, not anymore. RIP to that. But, you know, the Beast Swan combos, I don't know, it just felt really smooth at a 2-3. And I kind of feel what you're saying, kid, where people are a little down on Black Swan. I think she's pretty good, but she feels good in like Zoo. You know, she feels good in Dracula Dump. I don't know how good these decks are, really. I mean, this is kind of stuff I've been playing this season so far, and I've been having a good time. But I don't know if these decks are even good. I don't even know if Thanos is better with or without her. It feels pretty good in Thanos, but maybe you just play Torakun's list and just take the leech out for Psylocke like he did, and you just run that. Guy who's just been grinding his cock off on Thanos for the last 2 months.
I feel Black Swan feels good in Thanos. Like, it feels nice to play the stones out for 0. It's
I agree.
wild.
It feels good. I wonder. And Supergiant, I haven't got Supergiant yet, so I'm hoping maybe you guys could talk me into it. I'm almost collection complete. It's just Kang and Supergiant for me, but I'm looking at it and basically, like you said, NERFHERDER, the decks look really boring and degenerate and not the kind of game I want to play. And so, do I want to spend 6K tokens on a card that I'm not even going to have fun playing? I'm just going to feel bad as I'm playing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess you could do some combo stuff. I've seen it as like backup for Invisible Woman in Hella decks, but I personally think that's the wrong way to play Hella anyway.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just skipping on it. I don't want to. I just don't want the card. Saving up for all the other shit.
Yeah, it's okay. It hasn't felt like amazing to me, but it's kind of like a cool effect. I mean, obviously, everything's brand new. It's only been out for a couple of days, so we'll see. And no big deal. Where the fuck do you get off saying that you're like the lockdown king? You love the degenerate shit.
I know.
That's your favorite stuff in the world. This is a fucking.
I don't like the boring decks where you play Storm into Miss Marvel. You mean the thing you do all the time?
Yeah. But I don't think we need her for that. I don't want to play this on a Storm lane, right? Like, I just, it's a 4/5. I already have Eliath. Like, I already have a lane locked down. I already have Eliath. Do I need Supergiant? I'm not seeing the lines, and maybe I'm blind right now. I mean, yeah, like you said, it's it's new. I haven't played too much this season at all, so.
No, you're right. You don't need it for that shit.
Yeah. No, you don't. This is a card I think is probably you could easily skip it. You're not missing too much, I don't think, right now anyway. And it's like Black Swan just so much more fun too. Like, I don't know. For me, like, just when cards cost 0, the mana cheat's just fun. Let's just be real. You could play a bunch of shit and it's hilarious. Your monkeys get up to like 320. It's a fun card. And yeah, Black Swan feels good in bounce. I mean, I feel like the meta is just wide open right now.
Oh yeah,
just
phenomenal.
I love it. I love what they're doing. I love how they're not making huge changes. I mean, it's been a couple weeks now. I keep waiting for them to fuck it up with one of these patches and OTAs. Like, it hasn't happened yet. Like, I still feel like I can play anything. There's nothing that's like too oppressive that's really pissing me off or really anyone off.
I want to touch on the lockdown point. Now we're talking about meta and the Supergiant lockdown. What I like to play. I just want to point out KM Best. He did a tweet today. And he's saying, hey, I'm playing this lockdown list with Jessica Jones instead of Supergiant. Jessica Jones is better than Supergiant. And it's like, well, shit, I've been doing that for like 3 months. So, like, do I got to spend 6K? Like, resources are limited. I have about 8 or 9 keys. Do I burn 4 on the SG? I think I want these discard cards at the end of the month. I'm fired up for Corvus and Proxima, and I'm going to be rolling for sure for those. So, I don't know. She's cool though, and actually, this variant you got is like real sick too. Like,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, they did a good job on that.
I'm gonna be very honest. I wasn't like that excited for Supergiant, but I fucking love this variant, and I don't do this too much. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I'm an idiot. I'm just gonna go for it.
I've seen this thing as the thumbnail in like 5 Snap YouTube videos. Like, this is just insta thumbnail clickbait. It's like,
dude, all the cards this month are like perfect for thumbnail art.
Yeah. You're gonna see it in 6 after this one gets uploaded.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, what have you been playing, NERFHERDER, so far?
Mostly bounce and like a weird sort of bounce deck. I put out a video on it earlier today, but it's basically bounce, but it has Darkhawk and Werewolf instead of where you'd usually have Hitmonkey and Bishop. And the 1-drops are changed up a little bit to supplement the Darkhawk stuff. So it's like Korg, Iceman, Spider-Ham.
Oh, nice. Do you have like do you play Black Swan in it?
Yeah, it's Black Swan is in it.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Monkey? Do you got a monkey in there too?
No. Instead of Monkey and Bishop as like the power plays, it's Werewolf and Darkhawk.
Oh, nice. How do you like the new Beast?
It's all right. I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's like really that much worse than the old one, mostly because of Black Swan's existence.
Yeah.
If we had old Beast plus Black Swan, it would be like, oh well, I don't know. She does. Black Swan is like a weird mix of Mysterio and the new Beast, if that makes any sense. Because where you want to play it, like in bounce decks, she gives you the ability to explode, so you have like your Hit Monkey enabler, but she also does what Beast did and makes everything free. So his change is like, whatever, it's fine. I got Black Swan, so I don't really care. And you can play them both on turn 5. Works out fine.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That must have been what they were thinking with the Beast change. They're like, all right, like, probably. We don't want bounce to get out of control, so let's just hit the Beast, which is like the main card, right? So we're already giving them Black Swan. But yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised they hit it so early. It's kind of like when they hit Havoc so early, right? Before it, even got a chance to start cooking, right? Like,
yeah. The one thing I will say about Black Swan and the decks I've been playing is I tried it in Thanos. Were you guys around during like the Quinjet Thanos days?
Mm-hmm. I was, but I didn't have the cards at that time.
Okay.
No, I was getting my ass kicked by them though.
Yeah, exactly.
Bodied by that deck.
If you get Black Swan and Lockjaw on curve, it sort of feels like that, which is like super duper good. But aside from that specific scenario, it's like, I guess it's all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. I was gonna say that people kind of like when the patch first came out and like people were like their reactions to Beast were like pissed. It seemed like he got nerfed. I like when I looked at it, I was like, I haven't played too much with it because I've been flying the last few days and fucking United's Wi-Fi cucked me out of a bunch of cubes already. So I definitely couldn't play bounce decks. I had to play like just generic shitty, like, to even have a chance. There's so much goddamn lag. But the Beast change, I really, really, it seemed like it was kind of cool to me. I didn't feel like it was a huge nerf. I mean, you could play him, he's a 2-drop now. And usually you want to play all the shit the next turn anyway. I'm not the best bounce player, so maybe people do save it, and that's the optimal way. But I don't know. I feel like you want to play the shit the next turn anyway, and it's usually pretty good. So
when you Falcon, right? Like, so you Beast and then you Falcon. Before they were zeros again, right? So that was like you're kind of nutting as a bounce player, right? You play like turn 5 Falcon or something, but you already have 0 costed 1-drops, which is like just crazy, and that's just not doesn't exist anymore. But to NERFHERDER's point, maybe instead you just play the Swan instead, right? Or you go Swan Falcon on 5, and that's your new nut, I guess.
And if you don't have Swan, Beast is an acceptable backup on turn 5. It's fine. It's a side grade at worst, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it. I see actually a lot of rambles or ramblings online too about these 2 cards actually, Shang-Chi and Zabu.
Yeah.
I mean, just because they're in every fucking deck, basically. Do you think they're a problem? Let's start with Zabu. Let's have a Zabu discussion, then we'll have a Shang-Chi discussion.
I don't know. A problem? It doesn't feel like a problem, but I guess from a design standpoint, it is a problem because every time they make a 4-drop now, they have to take Zabu into consideration. But the play rate of both those cards is like undeniably redonkulous. I mean, it's like 60% of the meta. It doesn't matter what kind of deck you're running. You probably got those 2 cards in it. I strive to not use either of those cards in my decks, in my videos.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is probably bad for the state of Shang-Chi and Zabu when you have to like actively be like, no, I'm not going to do it because I just want to be different, even though it's the best thing.
Yeah. I feel like Zabu is fine. Like, I feel like Zabu is easier to cut. Personally, I mean, I guess you could cut Shang-Chi, but there's so many big cards now, and then Call Obsidian's coming. There's big, it's just like, man, there's some just big nutty cards that Shang-Chi just feels great.
Yeah.
I mean, would you ever think these need to be changed?
I don't know. Maybe you could. No, the game needs a card like Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
But what do you do? Like put it to 4-0 or something?
Or do you make him a 5-drop, like a 5-6 or something? That way he can't be Zabu'd?
Sure. I think his power is sort of irrelevant, though, unless you do take it up to a 5 or 6. Because really, it's the best value in the game. It's a 4-3 that bops a 10 power. So he's really like a 4-13 minimum always. That's too good. So yeah, I think taking him to a 5-drop would be super interesting, actually.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, and I actually was talking to you about it. No big deal, because like he is like, I don't think he's like, I don't know. He doesn't bother me. I know he's like a card that I know we need in the game. If he wasn't in the game, this game would be fucked. It'd be, what's the biggest deck in the world, and that's the only time, the biggest stats possible, and this is the only deck that exists in the game. Yeah. So he's a good release valve, but when he's in 60% of all decks, it's a little bit kind of stupid. You want a little bit of diversity, right? You don't want to have one card that's in every deck. But so I think a 5-drop is good, because people like to play him and like Darkhawk on like turn 6, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to do that, I don't think.
Well, listen, it's the year of our Lord 2024, guys. We're playing Marvel Snap, and it is the year of Zabu and Shang-Chi. I mean, let's not like play any games here. These are by far the two most played cards in the game. It's not even close. The reason I haven't been clamoring for nerfs on these like I was with Loki for so long, because I felt like they whiffed so hard on the Loki nerf. Both these cards have been nerfed pretty substantially. I mean, Zabu got mega nerfed from what he was when on release. And Shang-Chi, I think the threshold change from 9 to 10 was like a pretty big deal. Like, there's a lot of 9 power cards now that are just kind of out there that he can't touch. And a lot of strategies are just based upon playing a bunch of 8, 9 power cards. And I would say viable strategy. I mean, one of these Supergiant decks, they're just playing Spider-Woman because, like, what are you going to do? Like, hide your Shang-Chi? Okay, here's a Spider-Woman, good night. But it does not change the fact that, I mean, these cards are, in my opinion, way too played. And I think they should be changed. The Shang-Chi one's really tricky. I think Zabu, you just take power off and it's fine, personally. I think you could put him you can go 2-0 if you want to get crazy. Or just a 2-1. I mean, like a 2-1 feels really bad. But I mean, if you want the card to not be a 60% played card in Marvel Snap, I think, you maybe want to be a little more harsh with your change. So I like the 2-0 idea on Zabu. I don't think he needs to go to 3 energy, but yeah, Shang-Chi, there's a power creep issue with 4-drops in general, right? 4s versus 3s in Marvel Snap. That's a whole almost greater issue. But yeah, Shang-Chi is, I would say the main offender at the 4, alongside a card like Darkhawk, right? So Shang-Chi, Darkhawk, like, way too good and just way better than any card you could play at 3. So yeah, I think they got to get touched up again, but they're not so oppressive where like they ruin the game. Like, when Galactus gets so popular and it just ruins the game for you. Yeah. These guys are good, but I think it's boring as far as deck building goes,
But maybe to that point, maybe people should start building decks that don't just lose to Shang-Chi, instead of everyone just doing the same thing and then using Shang-Chi to beat the other also big things. I don't know.
Yeah, but this is what happened in August, right? Like, that's how the Little Movers Silky Smooth kind of came out, because Shang-Chi got so popular and like, all right, we'll just play a bunch of cards that fuck you over and are, less power than Shang-Chi, and it was the best meta ever. So
you know what? Maybe that is the problem, is we don't have another like small ball tempo deck anymore. It's just bounce, really, and that's more of like a combo explode deck. There's not like an Angela Bishop, just like
Elsa got hit
scaling
too.
Small deck. Yeah, an Elsa deck.
Yeah.
Kitty got completely gutted.
Yeah.
They are changing Elsa apparently, though.
I've heard that, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I've heard whispers of that.
News, yeah. There's whispers.
Interesting.
Hey, can you hang on 1 second?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, good. Should we purple squirrel? You're gonna edit?
Okay,
No,
my bad.
right.
Go.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So I think what do you think about Zabu? I was thinking about this the other day. What if he was just like a 2-3 or 2-4, and then his text was, the next 4-drop you play has -1 energy. Is that a crap card then?
Yeah, that's just Psylocke with an extra point of power.
Yeah, I guess you're right. That's true. Never mind. Swing and a miss.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, you can make it 2-4. It's a limited Psylocke, right? I mean, I don't hate it. You can make it a 2-4 like that. I think that's fine.
I don't know. No,
Psylocke you do, right? So,
But yeah, who knows? I don't know.
Local level, impact. I think that's reasonable.
But again, I would say we're just fucking nitpicking here. The meta is so good. Like I'm just having so much fun. Like literally, like I can play almost any deck and I'm have some degree of success with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really cool. I hope. I hope the OTAs and stuff don't fuck everything up.
Yeah, it's the danger of the power creep, right? I mean, you were talking about this a couple months ago, kid, where it's like this last couple of patches we've had like 7 buffs, 1 nerf. Even if you count the blob one was like one nerf, right? So maybe two nerfs, 7 buffs type of thing, and it's just going to be a natural power creep. These cards are just going to get left behind if they keep doing it like this. Like you do have to hit the top cards in the game, or else everything's going to be too good, and then the cards that don't get touched are just going to be all completely unplayable. Like Crossbones, right? Like you just can't
Poor
do
Crossbones.
it.
What a piece of shit card.
Yeah, what a fucking garbage card.
Yeah.
A 4/8 with a something you have to do. I can't think of the word. A condition. Yeah. Look at Cull Obsidian, a 4/10. And you just have to have a 1-drop there. That's nothing.
Not even there. I guess we'll get to it. But you can just play a 1-drop and call on the same turn. How stupid is that?
Yeah, I don't like that card at all. Yeah, but I guess we'll get to that. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'll be playing it, but I won't be liking myself.
I don't think anyone is gonna super love Cull Obsidian. I think it's just gonna be a good card that no one talks about. I don't even want to make a video on it. How are you gonna make that card fun?
Yeah.
It's fucking 10 power. Great.
It's like Scar almost, right? But Scar, at least you can mana cheat and it's fun.
Yeah.
A little bit, you could play like a 2 mana 2/11 is kind of cool. This is a big fucking idiot 4/10. Here you go on a 1-drop, and then that's it. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think the meta's in a great place right now. I mean, I'm not like I said, we're nitpicking here, but like if they change nothing, I'd be happy. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's get into the. Oh, go ahead.
I just want to say too, like shout out to Galactus right now. I'm not playing it, but like Galactus is like a pretty legit deck right now. And also, this deck is crazy. I lost 8 cubes to this today. This thing is insane. And also, Hella is in a really good spot right now too.
Yeah, Hella is fucking having a field day right now.
And there's like 3 different kind of Hella builds you can play if you want. There's a Black Knight version. Husky put one out without the Black Knight, but it's kind of more all in on the Hella. We got to give a shout out to Zurf. Okay, so listener of the pod, NERFHERDER, this guy named Zurf.
Okay,
he got first time infinite border with my Hella deck, and I just had to shout him out. So shout out to you, Zurf. You're a god.
Good job, Zurf.
And first infinite border, it was on F36 with Joe from Snap Decisions. And that's just like a Hella deck. There's no Lockjaw, no Black Knight, but there's like Calling Wing in there. And man, he got the infinite border with that. But you can you could play, like you said, kid, all kinds of stuff. I mean, even you could even play Zoo if you want right now.
That Hella deck failed me, so I deleted it.
Since we're shouting out Galactus, there's actually another Galactus deck that is legit. It's pretty much Destroy with Galactus and where's my Marvel Snap's not open, but it's Destroy with Galactus and Nimrod, I believe. In the 2 flex slots. Like, so instead of Deadpool, it's Bucky, and instead of whatever flex slot, usually the Hulkbuster, it's Galactus. And it's cool because you can X23 into your Galactus, and no one expects it because you're playing Destroy, so people don't try to stop it.
Oh, that's great. Is it like a Shuri Nimrod type deck?
No.
Just a straight Nimrod.
If you give me 2 seconds, I'll pull it up. Sorry.
Well, think about it, kid. If you're popping a Nimrod on the left, I mean, you got 5, 6, 6 right on the right. So you just throw that Nimrod on the left side, and Galactus right, and that's a double pop.
Okay,
right?
got it. My bad. All right, here we go. Nico, X23, Bucky, Carnage, Wolverine, Venom, Deathlock, Wave, Shang, Goliath, Galactus, Death.
Oh, we got the double ramp in there.
Great.
We got the Wave ramp and the X23 ramp. That's actually filthy. Yes. I love that.
Yeah. It's actually really good. Because sometimes you just Wave on 3 and Galactus and fucking laugh. And sometimes you destroy X23 and into a Galactus. But if you do your general destroy thing with Bucky and and stuff like that, and you get ahead on board, then you just play Eliath. It's actually really good.
Yeah,
Does that
that's
have
awesome.
Wolverine?
Yes, Wolverine.
Oh, so is this X-23, Carnage, Wolverine, Killmonger, Venom, Wave, Chi? I know.
I'll go through it again. Nico, X-23, Bucky
Oh,
Barnes,
nice.
Carnage, Wolverine, Venom, Deathlock, Wave, Shang, Eliath, Galactus, Death.
Ooh,
I love it.
that's spicy. That's a spicy build right there.
It's not even on. It's not even on Untapped that I can find.
That's too spicy. That's
That's awesome.
Yeah, solid.
But it's cool. Like I think like Galactus is in a really healthy spot. Even though I lost 8 cubes to it today, it feels like it's a really healthy spot right now. Same with Hella. Like it's kind of cool. I think the balance team is like really crushing it right now. So we got to shout out to them. They're doing a good thing.
I think it's funny. Some of the games I play, like I'll have like a mediocre hand to whatever deck I'm playing, and I see Black Cat get discarded. I'm like, fuck. Like I just start sweating. I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, can I beat this goddamn Hella that's coming?
They always have the Hella too.
Of course, yeah.
Well, they buffed that deck so much, right? Black Cat got buffed. Lady Sif got buffed. Blade got buffed. They could use Blob now with Silver Samurai. Like, you could do all kinds of shit. So Black Knight exists now, and he got massively buffed. So, I mean, like half the deck got buffed. If you want to get, you want to play Destroyer, obviously. But yeah, I mean, these half the deck literally got like a point of power across the board. So, and then everything else gets nerfed, and now we have like 58 win percentage Hella, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like at the point where like I debate leaving for 1 cube when I see that Black Cat go off and I have like a no hand. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to waste my time here. Like,
I'll give you a pro tip: if they're playing against a Hella player, they pretty much don't snap unless they have it. So don't leave unless they snap.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I've lost some cubes climbing because these scrub Hella players, they don't know yet. They don't know the snap tactics. They're grinding up the ladder and they're nervous about losing cubes. They don't snap.
That's what I'm saying. They don't snap, so you don't need to leave because they don't have Hella. But once they snap, they have it. So
no, what I'm saying is like I've had them not snap and just play Hella.
Oh, okay. Well, you give them the 2. If you're going to lose 2 to a full on Hella play, like that's not bad, right? Yeah, like that's a full pop off. You only lose 2 cubes. Like we take those.
No, exactly. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. But like I can leave on turn 2 when I see the Black Cat and not waste my time. But yeah. Anyways, the meta is awesome, so I love it. I haven't even played any Sarah Tech at all, even though it's probably one of the best decks out there.
I hate playing it. I hate playing against
it's boring,
it.
Right? Like
it's worse than Supergiant. If Supergiant was an entire deck, the feeling at least, it's Sarah. It's just like, dude.
Yeah, and then especially with Ghosts now too, they throw Ghosts in there, so you're like, all right, now you're just completely super fucked on the,
Yeah, because and every time you play it, you don't have the cards you need to stop what they're doing, and every time you play against it, they fucking roll you over like so hard, and you're like, of course you had everything you need. It's just frustrating. It's how you feel about Cerebro, dude. That's how I feel about Sarah.
Goddamn Cerebro.
You want to talk about Cerebro? I mean, I think C5's in a pretty good spot right now.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's all right.
So we have this new card in the game, and me and the kid did a bottom 10 cards in the entire of Marvel Snap about a couple months ago, and one of them is now in the game of Marvel Snap. His name's Omega Red.
Yeah, it's a new card that released, right? Yeah,
brand new card.
It just came out this week, and he's sick in Cerebro 5. So I think C5's in a really good spot. You got like Martyrs a 5. Medusa, Silk, Lizard. You could play Enchantress is also a 5, so that's pretty nice. You have some extra tech in there. Hits the Lizard if you need to. Luke Cage.
Do you like doing Wave into Doom?
Pardon?
Do you like doing Wave into Doom with the C5?
I've been playing Doom Eliath. I haven't been playing it with Wave, but I mean you definitely can for sure. But it's only Doom, right? You don't want to Eliath on 4, obviously. So you would have to have Doom. So I like last season I played it with Wave, but I'm trying it without this time. Just I want to jam Omega Red in there, and it's been really good. The climb from like 74 to 84 for me was like strictly C5.
Ooh, I'm like putting one together right now. What about Black Swan plus like Martyr and Titania?
Black Swan, Martyr, and yeah. You can do that for sure.
All right.
But
I'm messing around
it's
with this.
sad if you do that though, Nerf
That's
Herder.
wild.
If you're gonna play Titania in C5, you should probably play Supergiant or two,
Oh,
right? Because then she doesn't jump on the if you hide her, right? I don't think she jumps.
Correct. It's like Invisible Woman. Yeah.
And she's a 5. She's a 5 power.
All right.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was watching you play. I was watching you play it the other day, and I was like, "This kind of looks fun." And then I'm like, "I'm never fucking playing Cerebro. I don't care."
It's great.
It's actually it's quite good because you don't need Cerebro.
Yeah.
I played it a lot last month, and if you don't have Cerebro, it really makes no difference.
Yeah, C5's the one where I actually would consider playing.
Yeah,
because,
I don't run Mystique at all. And it's nice because you get Prio. You're basically an Eliath deck. You get Prio. You play Eliath or Doom, right? Same way the Eliath decks run it, but you do it in a more fun way. So it's kind of nice. You throw in a bunch of little. That's a good anti Shang-Chi deck, by the way.
Sure, yeah.
Everything's a 7.
Yeah, and with Omega Red now too, you can get up to 31 in your lanes as well, right?
Yeah. Omega Red pops off for sure.
Not
That card's pretty sick.
Let me try this out.
Yeah. It looked kind of fun. Mm-hmm. Let's get into the OTAs. You want to go into the OTAs?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Let's do this shit.
Speaking of Omega Red.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so on the last bottom 10 list, two of the cards that I had on my bottom 10 cards in the game are on here. So I'm actually really happy to see Helicarrier and Omega Red come into prominence. I don't know what these cards were before. I don't think they existed. They were right there with Agatha, Quicksilver for me. I don't care. But now they're great. And I don't know.
Helicarrier is great to you?
But maybe. Who knows?
You fucking high? Card is still terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's some visual effects and audio and bullshit like that. They're actually kind of cool. I like them. But
yeah, actually, those are all pretty good upgrades. Actually,
they do a good job. I mean, I want to. We'll skim over it, but I like them a lot. They're good.
Yeah, they're always sick. FX.
So new card, Omega Red was a 4/5. The ongoing effect was absolutely fucking insane before. If you're ahead by 10 power here, you get +4 to other locations. Then you have Miss Marvel, who's a 4/15 for nothing. When they released her. New, finally, a good card. 4/5 ongoing. If you're winning here, +3 power to the other locations. So he's a max 411, which is a nice stat line. You had to spread out the power, and you just have to be winning. It's not like you have to be ahead by 10 power, which is absolutely insanity.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's a good lockdown card now. You just play it behind Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No, exactly. Yeah, if you have a Nebula and stuff there too, it's just free 3 power in the other lanes, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool card. It's definitely, I think it's fringe, meta, relevant. This is the 11th or 12th card you kind of put in your deck. I think, I don't know. It's my first impressions. I've been playing around with this card a lot. I haven't been playing any Supergiant, but I've been playing a lot of Omega Red. It's also a 4/5. He's got this Nebula-like effect too, which is pretty nice. You could do him at the end of the game for the surprise, but he's really fun to just play on 4, and you kind of make your opponent sweat a little bit, right? They don't want that effect to go off. They might be contesting a lane more than they normally would. So you could kind of use that to your advantage too. So he's a really interesting kind of card now.
You know how people fight over Baxter building whenever it pops up?
Which one's that one again?
It's
Omega Red.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the +4, the adjacent or whatever.
No, it's +3 to other locations if you're winning.
Yeah, if you're winning you get +3 in the other locations.
Yeah, imagine if you just had. Yeah, it's pretty great. You're just forcing the opponent into that stupid little mini game that everyone always goes after Baxter building so hard, even though it's not the biggest deal.
Yeah.
But when it pops up, everyone's like, "Oh, I'm fucking winning this."
Yeah, exactly. They do.
True.
I'm one of those people too. I'm yes, I'm winning this shit. I don't care.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll lose the game, but if I win the Baxter building, it's a win. But I love this change. This is great. And I played with him a little bit. He doesn't feel overpowered. He just feels like a nice, finally a good 4-drop that you can play in some decks. And I wonder if there's going to be any Mystique or Onslaught abuse in some of those decks. I don't know.
I've seen it a little bit. It doesn't seem
Wow.
that good.
Yeah.
I
The
tried
thing
it.
that wins those games for that is the Onslaught Tribunal Iron
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried it with old Omega Red. So and even with the +4, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
The +8 to each is not enough. So I can say +6 to each is definitely not enough. It doesn't matter how much you multiply it. You can get away with multiplying Miss Marvel. You could get her up to like 30 on each side if you go like you really giga pop off like Mystique Onslaught or some shit.
Yeah.
But the +3 is just not enough of a multiplier, and the +4 wasn't either. Because if you slam an Iron Man on there, like you actually are going to win by 10 power now all of a sudden, right? So you could like reliably do it with Iron Man Onslaught. So you say, okay, well let me multiply his +4s, and you always lose the other two lanes in my experience. So I don't think you could do that. I think he's just a good type of card. Nebula type of 4-drop kind of thing. A little extra spice and lockdown, like NERFHERDER said, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this change. It's great. They nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Beast 3/4. Now is a 2/2, and now is a 2/2. They only cost one less next turn, not permanently. We kind of touched on this a little bit before. Probably side grade ish. His effect is worse, but he costs 2, which is sick in a bounce deck when you want to play a bunch of cards all the time. It's nice having him at 2 costs. I haven't played too much with it, so to me it feels like seems pretty good still, but not dead. I don't know.
Yep.
I find it weird. That they're hitting Beast. That's what I find a little weird. I mean, I have to call it out if I see it. Like this was the one that I thought was a little sus on the OTA here. Like this reminds me of the Hulkbuster change from last week, where it's like, okay, like we got Shang-Chi and Zabu. Like we should probably like do something with these cards, right? Like I don't know. Again, I don't think they're a problem, but was Beast a problem? Like was 3/4 Beast that was the problem? Beast that was taken over, and like I don't even think he was like a top 2 or 3 deck. Like it was mostly Sarah, Thanos kind of. It was occupying. Maybe even like Loki's kind of popping off right now. Like I don't know if Beast Bounce was the deck that we needed.
I don't get it. Maybe they were scared of Bounce being too good with Black Swan, but I don't think this change actually changes how good he would be with Black Swan anyway. So I don't really understand it either. It's a good point.
Yeah, it's just it's a bit of a head scratcher for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting change, I guess, but yeah, I mean, look at this big paragraph. Look how much work they put in this. There's 2 paragraphs here. Like, let's take that energy and put it into some of the other cards. Like we got to fix Crossbones. Like we got to get these shitty cards playable.
What employee ran to the office and was like, "Guys, I have a thesis on why Beast needs to be changed."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a great point. Let's do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's gonna fight you on this change, right? It's like, okay, it's kind of a side grade, kind of maybe a nerf, but still pretty good. I don't know. Okay, great.
maybe it's in this paragraph here. Like they expect to look at temporary cost reductions a little more often. Maybe they want to move towards that. Maybe this is the whole goal.
Well, the kid, your Zabu, you called that. No, that's your Zabu change, right? 2/4 -1 next turn.
It will. I don't know. Who knows? I hope they don't kill Zabu. I like Zabu. And then we have Helicarrier.
Skip.
6/10. When you discard this, add 3 random cards to your hand. Now 6/10. When you discard this, fill your hand with random cards. Helicarrier hasn't really found an identity in the game. He did for like a day, but now he lost that identity again. Anyways, they're just they're taking a limiter off to see if the uncapped Helicarrier improves the reward enough to make this a quest worth going on for some decks.
Just the wording there.
know.
They're taking the limiter off. Now you get a bunch of useless shit in your hand, not just 3 things. Holy shit. It's uncapped now, guys.
Yeah, exactly. And is this a quest worth going on?
Now you definitely can't draw cards after you discard.
Their Darkhawk just got better.
He widow bites you.
That's it. I don't know. It seems like it maybe I've seen people try this in Loki. I've seen some Loki decks with bringing back Collector and Devil Dino just to get them a little more energy. Is it good? I don't know. the helicarrier doesn't seem to be good still, so they'll probably have to go back to the drawing board here.
I think the drawing board is going to be active at the end of the month when this discard stuff comes out. People are going to try it. People are going to try to get degenerate with this card, and I'm excited to see it. We'll see. We'll see if we can pump up these collectors back up to 16 power. I don't know. You need like a Wong Modoc or something. I don't know what you're going to do, but
why are you doing Wong Modoc Helicarrier when Proxima Midnight's going to be a card? Get out of here, dude.
Oh yeah, no, she's in there too. Like they're all in there, you know, just everybody.
Is it a 20 card deck? What are you talking about?
Swarm, APOC, Helicarrier, you know, collector would jam it in there, and
right.
you know, Meek, and we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the March patch. You're adding eight more card slots to your deck.
I've never played this card literally in my life, and I'm not about to start now. Let's put it that way.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Except for the off the raft when it's an Unreal 010.
Oh yeah, then it's a snap right there.
But I mean, so the whole basically aside from Omega Red, which is a great change, the other two are kind of nothing burgers, and I like that because the meta's fucking sick right now, and I'm happy they didn't fuck anything up and make it worse.
True.
Yeah, so yeah.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
When did everyone start saying nothing burger so much?
Well, did people say that? I haven't heard that in like a long time. I was like even debating saying it when it came out. I'm like, why the fuck did I just say that? I haven't heard that.
I hear it like once a day now. I don't know why.
Oh, really? Shit. I haven't heard it or said it in like months. I don't even know why I said that, to be honest, but yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't even know what the fucking nothing burger is.
Yeah.
It's a burger or nothing, dude. It's in the word.
Probably no meat in the middle, right? It's got to be buns. It would include the buns for sure. But maybe just like buns with like some condiments, but just no meat, you know? No Beyond meat, like none of that shit. Like it's a nothing burger.
Mustard and buns.
Yeah, mustard, ketchup, maybe some lettuce. I don't know.
It's funny as a side note here. We're gonna go off the rails here a bit, but my wife doesn't eat meat; she eats fish. But like, so sometimes like once in a while, every couple months, I really want like a Five Guys, and then so she comes too, but then she gets like their veggie burger, which is basically just a bun with no meat and the fucking condiments. And she's like, the first time she got it, she's like, "There's gonna be a bun with condiments."
They don't fuck around there. My wife's a vegetarian too, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was fucking dying. I was laughing.
Just like once a month, you're like, dude, I need some barbecue.
Yeah, exactly. I know, but at least they give you like 4,000 fries though at that place. So
yeah, the fries are dank.
It's worth.
They have the nothing burger on the menu. That's right.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. The other thing that came with this patch too that people are talking about, which for me, I don't really care that much, but is the data mines. There's like not very limited data mines now.
Yeah, everyone's whining about that, but I don't care either.
Yeah, okay. There you go. I was like, I don't really care that much. I mean, they were cool. At least I wish we could still see the cards, but like, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like people are their own worst enemies, and they just like, if you see a data mine and they change a little bit, then they complain. Like, it's nice to have them and it's nice to plan stuff. Like, I like that, but like, I actually don't give a fuck if they change it later too. But people seem to cry about that and get mad. And then now they're like, all right, no soup for you. Yeah.
People are, it's specifically bundles, right? It's not the actual cards. We're still going to see cards. It's just the bundles you can't plan for.
Yeah. I think they piece together the cards too. Like they're saying the cards, some of the cards, I think they can see if they're bought with gold or part of bundles too. But yeah, bundles, we don't know anything now.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I spend $9 a month on this game and I still almost have everything. So when bundles come up, it's a surprise to me, even if they are data mined, and I'm like, oh, cool, it's a bundle that I'm not going to buy. Skip. But if you're one of those people that's like super upset about this, and you plan out like your bundle purchases 3 months ahead, you're putting too much effort in, sir. That's just a lot of effort.
Marvel Snap is life, bro. Come on. But I mean, like, I do like, I don't know, personally, I like seeing them ahead. I don't know. I like knowing. I'm like, all right, I like this one's going to be cool. This one's going to be cool. I don't know. But also too, I don't care that much. If they come up, then I'm like, all right. But I do like seeing them in advance and be like, all right, this one's going to be sweet. And like, I like when people do like the math breakdowns and stuff of what's good value. I don't know. I'm a nerd.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think I play the game same as NERFHERDER. Then we play the same way. And the week the bundles come out, you can check the somebody on a website or what's the one guy on Twitter, kid, that does all the math breakdown.
Oh, Corellis?
Yeah, follow him and
Kirallas.
yeah, he'll do all the work for you. So the week they come out, you think, oh, I want to spend some money on Snap this week. Let me see if this guy is saying there's any Corellis is saying there's any good bundles. If he says yes, oh, Juggernaut one, okay, pull the trig. If not, then you just bet season pass, I guess. I don't mind there not being data mines. I mean, they were not reliable anyway. They were changing last minute on all of them the last couple months.
Yeah, I don't see what people are upset about. If they're going to change constantly anyway, you're not losing anything. So
yeah,
and I believe Corellis is a writer for Marvel Snap Zone as well. So
nice.
I'll just say that. Okay, yeah, there's the patch. Pretty good. I like it.
All right,
not bad. All right.
What's next week? Is next week an OTA or is it a ski up?
OTA.
Okay.
I told you the acronym last time. It's
FOMO?
Pono.
Oh shit.
PONO. Patch. OTA. Nothing. OTA.
Nothing
every week. Every week.
To clarify, so it's nothing?
No, this week was the patch. Next week's
all right,
son of a bitch.
No, I was seriously confused. I was like, wait, what?
No. Every week it's a different. So I use Pono, PONO, patch, OTA, nothing, OTA, then
Cool.
patch. Yeah, and it just
I'll ask
rotates.
you again next month, but yeah, I got it.
You'll probably ask me next week. You fuck.
It's true.
Anyways,
what can you do?
let's go over some of these new cards, or let's do the February cards first.
Yeah.
Let's do this goddamn screen share here.
NERFHERDER, did you like the January cards overall, like Scar, Kyra, and stuff? Did you enjoy
no.
did you
really.
think it a little boring or what?
I just they didn't. I mean, it's a good thing that they were a little boring in a way, like for the health of a game.
True.
But Kyra is the most impacttive one, and it's just an armor, that kind of tells you all you need to know about the season.
Yeah, I actually liked the more the season went on, the more I liked Scar.
Yeah.
So like he kind of grew on me more than I thought he would. At first I was like, oh, he's just kind of a dumb, stupid, 6'11", which he is, don't get me wrong, but once I found more ways to reliably get him to a 4 and even a 2, I was like, oh, this card's kind of fucking cool actually.
Yeah, it's a good card. It's solid.
I like him. Yeah.
I think it's about to get better with Cole, but
oh yeah, it is. Yeah. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Another big dumb idiot.
Yeah. Gunny T's deck.
Yeah.
So we talked with Supergiant next week, or I should say not next week, in a few days now. Call Obsidian is a 4/10 with you can only play this where you have a 1-cost card. And you can actually, if you have Zabu down on turn, 3, you could play him. If there's a 1-cost card, you could play on turn 4, you could play a 1-cost card and him. So we do have confirmation from the devs. I think NERFHERDER was saying this earlier, that you can play a 1-cost and him on the same turn.
Yep.
He's ridiculous.
This guy's busted.
At least they don't have the text underneath him, ongoing cannot be destroyed, which is his original text.
It's not Ebony Blade.
That would have been so good. But I think the only interesting thing to say about this card is Thanos. We can just move on from that.
Yeah.
I think this sort of enables not the Zoo dump decks, but I think any deck that runs 3 or 4 1-drops, regardless of what your overall strategy is, what the deck list is, I think you can consider Cole Obsidian now. And I think people are overlooking that. Like, if you have Nebula, Nightcrawler, and, I don't know, Sunspot in your deck or whatever, now this is a valid option. And there are plenty of decks like...
She-Not.
Yeah, She-Not. Thank you.
Yeah. I was going to say that.
You always have a 1-drop in that deck, and you're only running 3, so boom, Cole's an option now.
Yeah, what about Bounce instead of Werewolf? You just have an automatic 4/10.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
You could even put him instead of Iron Man. I don't know. He's just good.
Yeah.
It's really, obviously Thanos, he's always going to be played in Thanos, And then, like you said, even with these Zabu decks, you have This is a Darkhawk deck. You have Korg. You can throw another like Nebula, whatever the fuck. Iceman. I don't know, another 1-drop. You just play him. It's great.
It might be good enough to just put in your deck if you only have 2 1-drops.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, because these Korg Darkhawk decks are running like Spider Ham Korg, right? And
Right.
I usually see one of them by turn 4. I mean, you don't even have to play it on turn 4. You could play it on turn 6 with Zabu, right? So
Right. Yeah. And
yeah, by
worst case
that point,
scenario,
you'll probably have a 1-drop on the board.
Yeah, exactly. It's like even if 2's not enough, those Darkhawk decks, they usually do like Korg, Medusa, Zabu, and then Jeff or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just swap out Medusa and Jeff for some 1-drops. Problem solved.
Yeah.
You have a busted 4-drop.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I don't think he's going to be. Yeah, he doesn't seem like an exciting, fun card. He's just he's just a big dumb idiot. But I think he's going to be good. He's going to go in a lot more decks than we think.
This is the new Darkhawk.
My opinion. Yeah. I mean, and then if we didn't see enough Shang-Chi, we're going to see more.
Oh yeah,
it's just more. Well, yeah, so he's kind of cool.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think we take for granted how good the devs are with coming up with card ideas. Like, man, they've been like real sick with coming up with like awesome effects. Like for the past 3 months, I mean, we could shit on Loki and Elsa, but those effects were sick. Even Eliath, the text on those, like, how do they come up with this shit, right? Like, I don't know. Like every single card has been unique, cool, different decks, different play style. I mean, this design is kind of dog shit on Call of City. Let's be honest here. Like, this is their first miss in months, right? Like, okay, we have Rescue in the game. Okay, that's a 4/9. We have Jessica Jones. That's a conditional 4/9. Jessica Jones, conditional 4/9. Crossbones, conditional 4/8. Darkhawk, conditional 4/12, 4/14. Now if Call Up, like it's the same card. They're the same, that Office meme. They're the same picture. Spider-Man, pointing at each other. Like these are all the exact same damn card. And we just got another one in the game. It's a Series 5, right? 6K tokens.
Yeah.
For this, I have 4 copies of this in my collection already. Like, but this one's kind of slightly better than all of them, right? Except maybe I'm running a Darkhawk deck specifically. Darkhawk's better, but he just power creeps all the other ones out of there and. I don't know, man. This is kind of dumb, but whatever. I mean, I'm probably gonna get it because it's broken.
The cherry on top of all this is a month from now is going to be a 4/9. So everything you just said is going to be even like more true.
Yeah, no, we'll get to that one too. Yeah, that one is crazy. That was like a 1/9 sometime.
Oh, the one next month? Oh, that's gonna be fucking wild. This Corvus Glaive, February 20th comes out. I am not as big on this card as I think most people are. He's a 3/5 on reveal. Discard 2 cards from your hand to get +1 max energy. So he's like Electro. I don't know. But maybe it's just because I'm not a big discard bro. I have a hard time seeing him being really, really good in discard. But he probably will. Like you put him with all the other shit. But I don't know. You guys convinced me otherwise.
I think I'll go ahead and go first because I'm negative on Corvus.
Okay.
But no, I think you're pretty much right. I think the only scenarios where I could see Corvus being like, yes, I actively want this is maybe there's a Hela deck that, right now they're doing like Blackhawk. They're doing Black Knight. They're doing Black Knight Lockjaw stuff as sort of the backup. If you don't get Hela, you can still cheat out big things. I think Corvus Glaive is going to be another type of one of those decks where you play like a Corvus Glaive ramp Hela deck, where if you discard Hela, oh well, you can still play a bunch of 5-drops and 6-drops early. But aside from that, he's just a Hellcows substitute. But I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, that's always been my impersonation of him, and I think that's why they buffed him. They realized that in their testing, right? He was a 3/4 in the original data mine. They already juiced him up to a 3/5. We actually, I don't know if we talked about this when you were on there for last time, but yeah, this was like you can't play him in MODOK discard. He's just going to hit your MODOK and you just can't do it. So like this card is for MODOK discard. He's out. Like it's not happening. So it's got to be Hela pretty much. And he's a pretty good chance he's hitting your Hela too. So that, that's a little scary. So this kind of came to me a couple nights ago. I was like in the shower or something, right? And I was just like, and it's basically exactly what you just said, Nerf Herder. And so I'm going to say 2 words, okay? And you guys let me know what you think of these 2 words.
All right.
Hella Sandman.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, what? No, this actually might be low-key genius.
I'm going to make a Hella Sandman deck. Hella's already really good. Is Hella owns Sandman. You play against Sandman player and you're the Hella player, you only play 1 card a turn anyway. So that's a free matchup. So why don't we just play our own Sandman? So we're going to play Corvus on 3, and then we're going to play Sandman on 4, and then it's GG.
Dude, Electro, Corvus, like a couple 1 and 2 drops. So let's just say 3 like 1 and 2 drops.
Mm-hmm.
Corvus, Electro, and then just everything 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Basically how Sandman deck looks now, except for like Odin and Eliath, you do like Hela and some other big thing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but I'm just that was going to be my day 1 brew with this card. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll be shit.
Smartest man alive.
We'll see.
Don't ever say that to him again.
Risotto.
Well, I know it's not true, but let's have some fun. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Listen, you cook that deck, I'll play the shit out of it. I'll be getting this guy.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, like, no one in their right mind plays Hellcow. So, is the +1 max energy and -3 power worth that? Maybe, I guess. But just like the random discards just suck too much, I think.
Yep.
Lambie was saying you put him as a 3rd copy of Wave and Electro in a ramp deck. I don't know if that's good or not, but basically how it works is, normally if you have Wave Electro in your deck, you have 77% chance of drawing them by 3. If you put Corvus as well, that goes up to 90. So, but is that good? I mean, you're hitting all your big cards. You got 1 less, but you got to take out like Jeff or Ebony Maw basically for him because you need all these big cards because you're going to be discarding them with Corvus. So that sounds bad to me, but
yeah, why wouldn't you?
I'm just saying Lambie said it, so he's a much better player than I am, much smarter. So I'm just saying.
But yeah, fuck yeah, I don't know about this guy. We'll see, I guess. But
we'll see.
He'll be fun. I'll discard my shit. Now you got me. Now I'm thinking more of this fucking Hella Sandman. The more I think about it, the more I'm like,
I don't know.
Damn
It might be. What if you just hit your Sandman? Now you're like, just
yeah, but whatever. You're still playing like a ramp deck.
Yeah, you're a Hella deck too, right?
Yeah.
You're like 1 drop could be like Blade and Black Knight.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, kind of have to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh.
All right. This card, Proxima Midnight, 4/7. When this is discarded, jumps to your lowest power location that isn't full. This card seems ridiculous to me.
It's because it is, sir.
Okay, all right.
That was cracked.
I'll just say people happily play Wolverine. You just added 3 power to Wolverine. Okay, I'll take it. And the only downsides you could say about it is it's the lowest power location. So what if it screws you over with like Bar with No Name and stuff? But really, how often does that come up? Not that much. It's going to actually win you the game with its so-called downside more than it'll hurt you. So
yeah,
I don't see any negatives to this card whatsoever. It's a 0/7. Sign me up.
Yeah, the one you're gonna have to play around and set up as the discard player is the Dracula. Is only a 1 power, right? So, and he's not gonna go probably till after Proxima. So you don't want her to go to your Dracula lane. And Dracula's usually sitting by himself in a lane, right? So that's the one tricky one. But yeah, this card's cracked. I mean, this is free 7 power Captain Marvel. Like, it's absurd. Absolutely fucking absurd card.
He's Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? How did they buff this to a 7?
And they buffed it. It was a 4/6.
I was so excited for this 4/6. I was fired up.
They buffed it. Well, is it somehow not as good as we think? I don't know.
I mean, maybe it's just, that Chavez nerf to discard overall. Like, they just really want something to bring it back. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
But to your Dracula point, we don't have Chavez anymore. So Dracula is not a guarantee. So maybe it's fine if it goes to the Dracula lane. Because a lot of the times now you're discarding a Swarm or something if you want to play out your APOC.
Yeah, you could just play the APOC. Yeah, true. Yeah.
To be devil's advocate, and I don't want to be a downer on this card because I really do love it. I think it's good. But this could be discards dagger.
You shut the hell up.
Like dagger is like a 225 every game, but you still fucking lose because you're playing move. You know, is this just gonna be like a 0-7, but you're still gonna lose because you're playing discard? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think discard's better than people give it credit for.
I think so.
I'm in the top 1K, and if I'm playing on my phone, I just play discard for the same reason you kept losing on the airplane.
Yeah.
You just don't have to think about it too much, and it does fine. It's like a over 55% win rates top 1K ladder, so I think it's totally fine. This just makes it better.
And this card is, for the record, better than move, even though I like move a lot more.
The nice thing with this card is you have so much agency of the locations you're playing in, right? Like I put my Morbius here. I put my, if I'm gonna play Collector, I put him over here. I put my Dracula over here, right? And then it's like, all right, wherever Proxima goes, like we're fine, right? Like Meek is the dagger. Meek's the dagger that you're talking about.
Sure.
Because Meek just goes, like, you don't know, he's just going, like, you don't know where he's gonna go.
Please go center. Please go center. God damn it, Meek.
Yeah. But Meek with this is gonna be sick too. Like you just have so many little scalers, right? And it's just it's gonna compound. I think this card's gonna be cracked.
And even to NERFHERDER's point, like I think the locations that like screw you are like one bar with no name. Everyone else is like way better for you.
Yeah.
Like Sanctum, Luke's bar, all that stuff. It just goes in there for free and wins you the location.
Destabane, etc.
Yeah. Altar of Death. I guess Space Throne it would fuck you, but
okay, that's the second one. All right, so 2 bad locations, like 20 good locations.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great. You can play around Space. Maybe you put Morbius in Space Throne, right? Like
sure.
And then at least you're threatening it like by quite a bit. Like they have to think, do they have MODOK, right? So,
yeah, or Dracula. Anyways, I'm kind of pumped for this card. I'm kind of sad that it's like at the end of the month because I really want to screw around with this card.
I think it's the most exciting card of the month for sure. Like it's just power level and hey, like it's been a while since we played MODOK discard meta anyway, right?
Yeah. You know what's funny though is the actual gameplay of this card is going to be like the least fun.
Yeah.
It's like even more boring than Cole because you never play the card. Mm-hmm. It just does a thing.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, nothing happens. Like, whoo, and you're like, yes,
yeah, sweet.
You're playing against it though. I guess that's gonna be tilting though. Like you just flies out of the hand.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. You never know if they're gonna have it in their hand too, right? And like you just have to like account on the last turn. Like, fuck, do they have the Proxima in their hand? Like when they do their MODOK play. I don't know.
NBD, do you just go like? Do you kick the collector stuff now and just go Proxima and Wolverine to get like maximum free cards?
I don't know.
Substitute Wolverine?
I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't messed around with MODOK discards since Meek came out. Yeah, I haven't looked at the list, NERFHERDER. I don't know. You'd know better than me right now. I haven't been playing it in about 3-4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm leaning to cutting everything that's like cut collector, cut helicarrier, and just do like Wolverine, Proxima, maybe even Strong Guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just try to get like the cheapest, freest power.
Mm-hmm.
Or even maybe
MODOK on 6. You want a MODOK on 6, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Do you ever toss Gambit in that list, or is it just too much of a wild card?
Nah, I actually prefer Swordmaster over Gambit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just get that 6 power where you want it.
Too much Kyra.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You always think about the 1 time out of 10 that he pops something, and you're like, this card's so fucking good. But most of the time, you're like waiting to use it and make it awesome, and it's just shit.
Yeah. I just love Gambit. He's my favorite X-Man.
Same.
I love him. All right. Those are February cards. I'm pretty pumped for them. March. You want to go to the March cards?
Sure.
Let's do it. Yeah. We'll go with March. Maybe we'll go to April too. These cards, they're just fun looking at these cards. See, data mines are cool. Pixie is,
fun.
I guess where is it? What's it called? Season pass card is Hope Summers, who's a 3/3. After you play a card here, you get +1 energy next turn. Used to be +2 energy, and we were like, this is a fucking broken card. It'll never get released at all, released like this. So they changed it. You only get +1 energy next turn. Seems like a pretty fucking good card still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right? Like,
once again, Thanos is just super duper sick in Thanos. But I made a joke in one of my shorts. It was like Wasp, Hope, Lockjaw, 6 or like 8 6-drops. You're welcome. It's the best deck in the game. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
yeah.
I would even just throw Cloak in this deck too, just to get shit off of it so you can get more energy.
Right? Yeah, sure.
You know, it's wild.
It
Keep
seems like a
bumping.
backup Lockjaw for any Lockjaw deck.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kitty seems ridiculous with this card. You know, just any little move cards too, like Nightcrawler, Jeff. Maybe this brings a little mover deck back.
Possibly,
You know,
but
could
what are you
just-
cheating out with a bunch of little cards like that?
All the other little shitheads, like I don't know, Kingpin, Stegron.
You got Hope Summers to cheat out Stegron?
Yeah,
This is a big brain shit right there.
okay,
All right.
great fucking card. No, I don't know. I haven't made the deck.
Oh, you know what's a big move card now? Spider-Man 2099. He's a 5/9 now.
Oh yeah, you could cheat out a bad card to turn earlier. Yeah,
Boom.
that's a good
You could
idea.
Nice.
cheat out like because you go to 6 power, right? So turn 4 you could play 2099 Ghost Spider, you know, or Iron Fist 2099. You know, easy snipes.
God
Nah.
damn that poor card.
Nah.
Anyways, Hope
That
Summer's
card's
gonna be. I think she's still gonna be pretty ridiculous.
Yeah,
But-
I think there's so many things we're not thinking about or that it's actually going to do that it would take like another 20 minutes to actually go through this card.
Yeah,
I think
So
they're
good.
thinking with the balance, I think, is that Electro happens instantly on 3 and Hope is delayed a turn unless you Wasp, of course, right? So I think that's what they're thinking with the balance, but I think in practice it's just going to be super giga busted and we're going to be in the whole Summers meta.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, but they're still wrong. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to play a little devil's advocate, but
Sure.
yeah, no, it's going to be summer season for sure.
all yeah.
Mhm.
Pixie 2/1 on reveal. Shuffle the costs of all cards in your deck that started there. This was a 1/3,
Mhm.
and they changed it to a 2/1. Which is
I
good.
don't think that really changes the power of the card at all, really.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. Just you can't play it on 1 now, basically.
Oh well.
Yeah, it seems quite ridiculous. Now,
Yes.
Now, the thing I don't know, maybe you know this, is it does it shuffle the costs of every card that's in your deck with every other card in your deck, or is it just randomly RNG, random number generator?
I
the
don't know
costs
the
of any of the
answer, but
cards?
I feel like it would just swap everything with the cards in your deck. I feel like that's the correct answer, but I'm not sure.
That's what I think too, but I think like that's way more powerful to do that than all random, right?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, yeah. If
So
it's
if
all
they're-
random, then this would just be like a degenerate ramp style card, I guess.
Yeah. This would be it'd probably be shit, right? If it was all random,
No,
everything random.
I think it's still maybe pretty good if it's random.
Yeah, I
Well,
still
do
think
you-
it's pretty good if it's random. I
you
think
just
it's
put all like 5s and 6s in your
Yeah,
deck and
exactly.
just
exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
and just hope that you get this card on
Yes.
2 and just wheels up and go for it.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
Like
it's
a
a
Mr.
snap, right?
Negative.
I mean, you snap if you get it on 2, right?
Well, then that's just kind of like Mr. Negative, then, right? You just kind of like,
Yeah.
Correct.
yeah. All right. All right.
Speaking of Mr. Negative, don't you just put this in Mr. Negative as a backup?
Oh,
I guess
that's
you could,
spicy.
right?
That's actually spicy.
Yeah. I feel like, and also another thing, I'm sure you guys have heard it, is if you play this with Mobius,
hmm
you have no downside.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we mentioned that when we first looked at this because they actually put Mobius in with it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, this has potential to be like the stupid, busted Exodia combo bullshit that like they have to rush and fix.
Yeah. And they tried to with a 2/1, but
No,
Yeah, and
I don't think
no.
it's not relevant. Yeah,
I don't
And-
think so either.
And they're on the right track as to how you fix it, right? I think the way you fix it, you increase the cost. So I mean,
Yeah.
you know, 2's still probably too early, but if you go 3 or 4, it's going to be fine. I think.
just
Yeah,
make
well,
it a
this is-
3-1, and it's a backup Mr. Negative. That's
Yeah, I
not
was gonna say it's gonna end up a 4-1. This card.
As it should.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems like a fun card though. I think it's gonna be fucking hilarious playing with this card.
Totally.
I'm pumped. Like
It's
these
good
new
to see
cards,
they're
I'm
testing
pumped
it,
for,
though.
man.
I wonder what they're
What?
cooking on their testing.
I don't know. This card, okay, Mockingbird. This card is a 5/9, costs 1 less for each card you have in play that didn't start in your deck. And just for the good people at home, Thanos stones do not start in your deck. Okay.
That's it. We can move on to the next card.
This card is at worst a 3 or 4/9 in a Thanos deck.
Yeah.
But more than likely I mean, you get Thanos to a 6/20, decent amount of time. That makes this a 0/9. Like,
you play all 6 stones. You play out
stones.
29 power on the last turn. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this seems ridiculous in Thanos decks. I think cards like this make me nervous. They're going to nerf Thanos more, those fuckers.
I think they'll just nerf this card and lower the power to like a 5/7 or something.
That's still ridiculous. That's still a ridiculous card.
Yeah. I agree. This card's crazy.
like Proxima is going to be like a 4/7, right? And we're like, happy about that. This is like could just be a 0/7.
Yeah,
this card. What outside of Thanos do you do with this?
Sorry, what was that, Nerf?
What outside of Thanos would you do with this?
Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Snowguard, Coulson.
Oh, the other one is Absorbing Man Brood. Because after you brood Absorbing, you're gonna have 4 cards on the board that didn't start. So that's gonna be a 1/9 after a brood Absorbing.
Cool.
So even if you just brood, right? That's a 3/9. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Just a single brood makes this card worth it.
So,
this is a surfer card?
Yeah, you play in surfer. You can play in surfer.
It's a closet surfer card.
Patriot, it's a Thanos card, it's a surfer
Squirrel
card,
Girl,
it's a junk.
Patriot, right?
Yeah, okay.
Mysterio.
Oh my
Squirrel God.
Girl. Squirrel Girl makes this a 3/9.
Dude, you just do the Patriot Brood stuff you're playing right now. Boom, this card's free.
Yeah.
This is a problem.
For sure.
Yeah, it is a fucking problem. This card's ridiculous.
Speaking of problem too, like they have the nerve to not put a minimum 1 on here. They do with every other card. Can't go less than 1, but like Mockingbird could be a 0/9. Like that's fine, like it's gonna be a 0/9 like a decent amount of the time. Because you just hold it till the end of the game. Like, yeah, this is just like stature on steroids. Like it's steroid stature right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, poor stature. 1/6.
I don't get it. This is going to change it before it comes out. There's no way.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. This is too ridiculous. I mean, never mind all the creative stuff. With like Mysterio bounce, Squirrel Girl bullshit. Just throw this in any Thanos deck, and it's reliably a 2/9, which is fucked. A Cannonball, and then you read this card, it was a 5/9. It's basically a 0/9, and then you get the poor old Cannonball here, who's a 5/8. On reveal, move an enemy card away from here and add a rock where it was. If it can't move, destroy it to add the rock. What do you guys think?
I'll defend this card.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just there's a lot of better 8 power. You get better power for your energy and a lot of stuff, but this looks like I think a problem with Annihilus decks is that there are no Annihilus backup plays on turn 5. Like if you don't have Annihilus, it always feels awkward. But maybe this is like a good card to put in that sort of deck, and you're running with the goblins, blah blah blah. I don't know. I like the card. I think it's gonna be better than it seems, or better than people give it credit for.
Yeah, that was me when we first talked about this card. I was the one coping. I was the one. I think it'll be kind of a cool card. I mean, I just feel bad because you get a fucking 0/9 right the week before, and then you have like if they were just similar in power, I could defend this card more. But like I just after reading the last card 0/9, I got to read this. But I think I don't think that you're going to destroy a card too often. That'll be like a rare thing that happens. But for like a high cost, decent bodied junk card almost, right? It disrupts one of their lanes. Like if you're playing against like a tribunalist or something, they're all stacking the lane. You knock it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's good for that, and you're throwing a rock in that lane as well, so you're kind of screwing them over a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool if it was targeted. If it was like say highest power card, I think that'd be kind of cool. And then you know what you're hitting, and you could really make some plays happen. I don't think that would be too broken either. Like he's still 5'8" with a Stegron effect, right? Like that's what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
So move an enemy card away from your add a rock. Yeah, the rock's a big deal, right? But it'd be cool if it was targeted too, right? I mean, this is a 5. You're spending 5 energy. Like I like a bunch more of impact. But I mean, it's got the big stats too, so maybe that's what they're thinking.
All we need is Elsa to be a little bit better. Excuse me. And for like those Craven tempo decks to come back, and this is an awesome card in that deck.
True.
Yeah.
Like this and Arrow at your 5-drop slot allows you to play that alongside like a Miles Morales on the last turn of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if that deck improves at all, I think this card's great.
Mm-hmm.
I like this card. I think it's a cool concept. Like, it's a really cool idea for a card. Yeah. It's something I definitely want to play around with. Well, yeah. And then the last card of the month, War Machine. This card seems pretty good too. 4/6, all your cards become Jeff. So it's a 4/6 on reveal until the end of next turn. Nothing can stop you from playing cards anywhere.
I don't think it's everything becomes Jeff.
No,
because you can play Jeff early and move it later.
Oh yeah, okay. And you can't move them, but I mean, you could play them anywhere.
I don't know. You guys sell me on this card because I don't like it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! All right, so you play this card on 4, and then all your cards on 5 you can play in any location. Only you can play them in any location. So you can stack the Space Throne, you can stack Sanctum, you can stack all the locations that fuck you over that you can't play in.
Prof X too.
You can play any of your cards in those locations.
All right, I agree with the Prof X thing, but isn't that just the Hawk from Snowguard?
No, this is only your cards.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. All right. I'm getting.
So like you play him on you play him on 4 in any locations that screw you over. Like, oh, you can't play your 2-drops here, you can't play your 1-drops here. All those like Crimson Cosmos, all those stupid locations.
Where do you put it? Just like a good cards Darkhawk type deck or what?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's gonna be this card versus Iron Lad.
Yeah, it's the Iron Lad. Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Maybe
Okay.
I don't know. I just after just being such an idiot with Legion, being like, oh, this card's fucking stupid.
Sure, yeah.
I just I try and not underestimate location stuff anymore.
Right, yeah.
It's just so good every time.
Legion made everyone feel like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Magoo.
I was going to say, I think the interesting thing too is, I wonder what's going to come of Zabu by the time this card comes out too, right? If they touch up Zabu in the next couple months. I mean, This is very clearly a Zabu card, right? So, I don't know. It's interesting for sure. I think it's a really interesting, cool. That's what I'm saying, man. Their card design's sick on all these cards, man, except for Call Obsidian. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a good design. I'm just not sure about the power level.
Yeah, I don't know about the power level, but it seems like there'll be a lot of cool stuff to do. Like even him on you could he's a good snap condition on turn 5 to even play him, right? If there's locations that screw everyone over, you just you're playing your six turn wherever the hell you want.
And it's for sure nerfed to Professor X, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, you just screw Professor X right over.
Yeah.
Not that we see him anymore as a 5/1. God, they nerfed that card into existence.
You do on occasion, but if this card comes out the way it is, Professor X no longer exists.
I do fear people might this might just turn into you guys were saying at the start of the pod about Supergiant, this is the new lockdown. This is the card right here.
Yeah.
This you play now you can play in the Storm. But only you can play
in the flooded lanes.
Yeah, so basically what you're going to do in the lockdown list is you're going to play Storm and you're going to never touch that lane again. You got Jeff, you got Miss Marvel, you got whatever the hell you need, Doctor Doom, and now you got War Machine too, and he's a 4/6. That's pretty cool. And you don't need to even touch the Storm lane anymore because You just have unmitigated access to it thanks to War Machine, and then that's gonna set up your Goliath, like, because you just win that lane, so you just need to be ahead in one of the other 2 lanes.
Yeah, not
Little
having to
purple
invest in
fart
your
cloud.
storm lane at all.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Yeah, you're right.
So I could see it degenerating into that. That's probably where I'll start trying it, honestly, when it comes up.
Oh, and then you put Cannonball on 5. Play War Machine and Cannonball into the storm lane. Knock that shit out of there.
I love that. Yeah,
You could save your own storm lane.
Mhm.
That's great.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, War Machine seems like a lot of fun, I think.
Mhm.
That's it for March. I mean, March seems pretty cool. Man, I'm excited for the next couple of months.
Yeah. It
January.
feels like this almost every month, though. That's why Marvel Snap's so good.
I know.
Every like month or 2 months from whatever time we're at is always like, oh man, this is so cool. Feeling's always there.
I know. Oh, you want to go into the April ones
Let's do it.
Sure.
real quick? All right, we'll go real quick. These are they're probably not going to be released the way they are, but obviously they're April, so the season pass card is this Baron Zemo, if it will load. Apparently I have 56k modem here. There he is.
Oh.
He's a 4/6 on reveal. Add the lowest cost card from your opponent's deck here on your side.
I've seen some debate on Twitter about this card.
Oh, really? I haven't seen any of that. I mean,
Yeah.
my initial thought is it was add the lowest cost card. Does that mean it takes it from their deck and they don't get it anymore?
Yes.
This seems pretty fucking good then.
Yeah, that's what I think. A lot of people are like, no, this is just a bad Iron Lad. I'm like,
What?
you guys are fucking high. No one's going to put bad cards in their deck, so you're pulling something good.
Yeah.
Like, period.
And you're getting a free 1-drop, and you know what 1-drop is really bad for you. Like if someone's
Korg,
playing
maybe?
against Celine, but Korg's good.
Yeah, right.
Like Celine's probably the only bad one, right?
You're probably getting better than a 1-drop, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
by the
Oh
time
yeah,
you
and
play
lowest
this,
cost card. If they've played their 1-drop,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can pull like a. Oh my god, I'm thinking it's only 1-drops. It's the lowest cost
no,
card.
it's lowest cost. This shit's
Jesus
crazy.
fucking Christ! This is a good. This is
Yeah,
a good card.
yeah.
This is a good card.
I mean,
I don't-
Ramp is just going to get absolutely boned by this. Hello's going to get boned by this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And it's a disruption, right? I mean, you will get the people that say like, "Oh, but you're thinning their deck," so blah blah blah. Shut up. That's
No,
what I would say to
it's
them.
from their hand, isn't it? Oh, from their deck. Okay, that's from their deck. Okay. I thought it ripped it out of their hand.
The Gladiator argument, why he's bad.
Well, the
originally.
Yondu effect. But the reason why Gladiator's good and Yondu isn't is because Yondu is 2 power.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're not doing anything with that.
Mhm.
So, yes, you
Yeah.
are thinning their deck, but you're also getting great stuff on your side.
Exactly.
NERFHERDER, what's the Twitter devil's advocate case? Because I mean, this seems nuts to me too. So I'm agreeing with you guys. But what are they saying? That's
That basically you're pulling junk. Like, and I don't really get it, but the best one I saw was someone saying, like, oh, you're just going to pull a Korg or a Nebula or something.
Oh.
It's like, oh, it's the lowest cost is basically, it was that argument alongside you're filling up your side of the board quickly. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, so you would play a card there anyway. So you're just getting it for free. I don't get it.
Yeah, and like you could just take into account where you're playing the Baron Zemo, especially
Yep.
if you have War Machine.
well.
You can play him anywhere.
I think you're going to use it to your advantage. Like, you're going to be playing. This is obviously a Zabu card. Has the number 4 on it. So yeah, let's get that out of the way. But you play because this is a Zabu card. It's also a Miss Marvel card. So you play Miss Marvel in the mid lane, and then you throw a Zemo, and by himself he covers your Miss Marvel lane because he's probably not going to pull a 4 out of the deck. So it's going to be 1, 2, or 3 probably. So now you got your 2 costs on that. You just got 14 power in a lane because you played Zemo.
Yeah,
pretty good.
I mean, maybe you're playing against a combo deck or something, and it's not that great, but who gives a shit? I think 80% of the time, it's basically Iron Lad. I think this is kind of like Iron Lad.
Yeah.
In value, I mean.
Yeah, I like it. It makes me happy about spending $10.
I gotta say, it's pretty cool too. Like, this is gonna be fun.
It's cool.
This is gonna be a fun card to just rip and see what happens. Like, this is an emote. This is an emoji spamming card. Like, if I get something good, like the emojis are coming heavy. Just like
What just
Gladiator, right?
happened?
You know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Gladiator has his own emoji built in.
What just happened?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, this is Gladiator without the terror of pulling something awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like exciting for different reasons, right? Like
Yeah.
same amount of excitement.
I love it, and it's like a nice kind of RNG. It's not like completely like horrible RNG. It's like kind of the good kind. We're like,
Yeah,
all
you're
right,
getting the
you're gonna get something decent. What are you gonna get? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's an awesome card. I love that.
Yeah. All right. The first week here is Red Hulk. He's a 6/10. When your opponent ends a turn with unspent energy, +4 power, if in hand or in play. This seems kind of fucked up. This is just a 6/18 if it starts in your hand minimum, right? Like,
Yeah. Buy High Evo? Like, High Evo will never be good again if this card releases this way.
I think they'll balance it, like, you know, relative to High Evo Hulk. I think that's probably what they're going for, right? They're saying, hey, High Evo Hulk is like a 6/18, so Red Hulk should be a 6/18 on average, right? And, you know, 22 if he's popping off. But even High Evo Hulk, you could, you know, you're playing Magic in that deck, you could get up to 22. But, I mean, obviously this guy could get even more ridiculous. But I think that's what they're thinking. You know, if it's too broken, it's a pretty easy fix to just tone the power down, right?
Yeah.
But the concept's kind of interesting, right? I mean,
it's cool.
Yeah,
For
you
sure,
can't
yeah.
float. Like, how do you
I really
identify
like
that
this
you're
card.
against the Red Hulk deck? I don't think you can. He's kind of like a tech card, right?
Yeah, you could put it in anything, really.
Yeah.
But
spooky.
yeah, you're right. They'll probably turn it down to like a 12 power +2, just like Hulk. Just mirror it.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
That or
maybe
even a
bring his
+3
kind of
even.
base down to maybe bring his base power down to 6 or 7 or something. You know.
Yeah, the only problem with him is that like you don't have the agency, right? You never know if they're going to be floating mana or not, and he has to be in your hand, and they have to float mana.
Mhm.
So, you know, maybe he's not as busted, but you know, even if he's a 6/14, that's still pretty good. That's a Giganto where you can play anywhere, right?
Yeah.
So that's still pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it's-
I watched Drew Berry's video on this card, and he gave it like a 5-star of the month, and he thought it was like the best card of the month. I don't know if I'm convinced that it's that. I think it's like gonna be a good 6-drop, kind of like Blob is now. Honestly, I think it'd be similar power level to that, like current Blob, which is a good card, you know, but not like it was before. And that's kind of my impression of it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
And a blob without any deck building restriction on your part is just strictly better.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. True.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think he'll be a damn good 6-drop. So yeah. Man, it means you cheat him out with like a lockjaw or something. It's fucking great. Like, Jesus. Who's this? U.S. Agent, a 2/6 ongoing -1 power for each of your other cards here.
Have you guys seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the show?
No, I heard it's good.
No.
Though. I heard it's a good one.
Oh, okay. Well, this dude is in that show, and he's basically like Captain America's a government-appointed substitute for like public appearances.
Oh
And
yes,
this
that's
dude
great.
is a fucking dickhead. He sucks. He's a terrible person and character, and so is this card. It
Kinda
all
like
matches
this card?
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the first one of the last 10 that we read that I'm not that excited for.
The only thing good you could say about this is Sauron decks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he go in Sauron decks with like the Enchantress and stuff?
For
too?
sure, yeah.
Like a 2/6 is sick. Like Maximus, it's great.
Yeah.
This is better than Maximus in those decks. Like, you know,
Yeah, oh yeah.
this is a reliable 2/6. Never gonna draw for your opponent. Like, I kind of like this card. I don't know. Maybe I'm higher on it than you guys. I'm into this. Luke Cage is another guy I just want to throw out there. You know,
Oh yeah. He does exist.
he's just a 2/6 with Luke Cage. Zero Sauron. Another thing you could do is just put him in a lane by himself, you know, and just not play cards there. Is another thing you can do, right?
Yeah, because those 6-power lanes really win games.
Yeah.
Hey, but at the end of the
Pressures.
game, then you have like, oh, am I going to play my 6-drop there? You know, you have this kind of mind game, right? And you know, he's a 2/5 if you play one other card there, so it's not like that bad. 2/5 is pretty good.
All right.
I'm just saying it seems
That's
kind of
true.
decent. Like I kind of like this guy.
Okay.
That's all I'll say about him then. That's fine. That's good.
Next.
Next, skip.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, this card is fucking broken. Will not be released the way that it is.
Yeah, this card's dope.
It seems really cool. So White Widow, 2/2 on reveal. Add a 1 power Widow's Kiss to your opponent's side of here. Or your opponent's side of here. Side of here. Okay. That makes are those even words? And the Widow's Kiss is a 1/0 with an ongoing effect. All the cards here are -1 power.
It's a 1 -1, dude.
Oh, it's a 1 negative. Oh fuck, even more broken.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you're right. That's insane. Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Where's this Widow's Kiss? I can't see where the hell
I
it
just
is.
clicked on it.
Just the Widow's Kiss is a really good card.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous card. So this clogs them and fucks their power.
You get 2 power, you take, and then you basically soulstone them and take a slot on the board.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. No
That's
way it gets
absurd.
released. Yeah,
No.
this will be a 2/0 minimum.
Yeah.
Even then, I think it's gonna cost. I think it's gonna cost 3. Like this is.
Or a 3/3.
Yeah, this
Look
game
at the Black
costs
Widow
2.
treatment.
2 is
Sure.
way.
I still
too-
think it's good at 3/3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. It's
Well,
better
then,
than
yeah,
Black,
the-
it's better
if
than
you-
Black Widow, right? Like,
If you throw this fucking card in a bounce list, my god,
Yeah.
with Beast
Jesus Christ.
getting
Dude.
2 of these, and then Grandmaster too. You just Grandmaster this shit. Like,
You gotta have a Widow's Kiss in every lane. So just the Kiss is a -4 total, right? Because they can't put
Yeah.
a 4th card there.
yeah,
So yeah, what? At a 2/2, this is basically a minimum 2/6 plus it takes up a board slot.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking dumb.
And then they play Kyera, and then you laugh. That's
yeah.
great.
Second Dinner hates junk too, so like this thing's gonna get nuked, like right,
Yeah.
like Havoc
true.
and Viper got nerfed. Like they nerfed Viper. Like this is so much better than Viper.
Yeah, I was about to say that. They nerfed a combo of cards that like wasn't good
Yeah,
out of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is getting nuked before April.
For sure.
But it's fun to read it and laugh about it.
Well, at least if it's a card that places a card on your opponent's side of the board, just keep that, right? Like that's pretty sick. Like no matter what, because you have to do a lot to like target. Like you have to play debris, like, but you also clog your own board with debris, and you can't even send that over with a nihilist now, and like just a straight up like just a pew, and you get power on your side and give them negative. Like that's pretty sick.
Yeah, the way I like to think about cards that put cards on their side of the board is they're all low powered because at worst, the spot you're taking is like 2 power from them. Basically like a bad 1 drop or something.
Yeah.
So anything you see like this, just add the 2 power in your head. And yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, and then this one compounds with all the other stuff. Is like you said, soul stones your opponent.
Right.
April 23rd, Valentina, who is a 2/2. On reveal, add a random 6 cost card to your hand. Give it -2 cost and -2 power. This seems pretty good as well. It seems pretty
Yeah.
good. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Listen, the 6 drops have a lot of variance in like their
Yeah.
utility and how good they are. So like, let's say 70% of the time this card's busted, and then the other 30% of the time it's useless.
Yeah.
I'll take those odds.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, if you get like a, what is it? Like a 4/3 Galactus. Like,
Yeah. I'm
That's
sure the
pretty
odds are
crap.
worse than I'm saying, but
Yeah.
there's a Galactus, Zola, Null, Destroyer. That's like 4 off the top of my head that you don't want. But there's
Yeah.
like 20 something anyway. So
Arnim Zola, maybe in a lot of cases. Blob in a lot of cases. Like if your deck sucks for Blob, like you're just gonna eat your whole deck. If you're playing
Yeah.
like a,
on the
But
flip side, though, it only costs 4.
exactly. I mean, I think this will be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it'll be. Probably on average, it's not great, but I think it'll be hilarious.
Yeah.
Maybe it is great. I don't know. Fuck.
I think. I think. For newer players, if you haven't picked up Loki yet, this bundle is going to have Valentina, Snowguard, and Nico. I don't think that's like an accident. I think this is like auto include in a Loki deck. This is going to be sick in Loki, I think. Because if you can't play the card, you just Loki it away, right? It's just, like Mirage gives you a low +2, but this has like just crazy ceiling compared to like a Mirage, for example, right? Or a Sentinel. Like, would you rather play this or a Sentinel? Like, I think I'm playing Valentina.
I don't think you ever play Mirage or Sentinel ever again.
No, you run the Valentina, and like you're gonna have a lot of fun. Like Loki deck's already pretty fun to play. Like you're already playing all kinds of different shit. Like now we get a shield -2 cost, 6 power. Like let's fucking go, baby. So this is great if you're new to Loki. Yeah, you missed the Loki meta 4 months ago and beyond. Snowguard, Nico, all in the same cache. This is a pretty sick cache, and I'm pretty excited for this card, honestly.
Yeah. It's a good flavor too. The character in the MCU is like the head of the CIA, and sometimes she's an absolute dickhead. But she like does good things as well.
That's great.
So it kind of fits the card.
Could go both,
yeah, exactly.
Ways, yeah.
I love it. And this Nico variant too is the one I've been waiting for. This one, I love it.
I hope they buff Agatha to 18 power by the time this comes out. Agatha's got to go up, man. 14 is not enough for Agatha. Let's get those numbers up.
Those are rookie numbers, yeah.
We got to pump those numbers, baby.
I also love your what is it? Your what are like the Star Lord and Drax?
Oh, the Guardians.
I love your Guardians buff idea. Have you heard this, Nerfherder?
No, go.
He wants them to have like the lowest floor but the highest ceiling. Like make Drax a 4/2 plus like 10 power or something stupid.
I'm on board.
I think that makes them so much better. Like Star Lord's a 2/1 +8.
Once he hits
it. Yeah, something ridiculous.
Yeah, maybe not +8 on Star Lord, but yeah.
Why not?
You get the idea. Yeah, because they're shit anyway. No one likes them.
I think it make them fun, more interesting, like actual payoff for. I think it's a really cool idea for a deck, right? You predict where they're playing and get rewarded for it, but like that's just, or you could just play Silk now. Like you don't need to, that's already a 2/5. I don't need to play Star Lord and guess.
Yeah, I mean, you could add 1 power to every single one of them, and they would still be like okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
for sure.
They should definitely do that.
Definitely on Drax and Groot and Mantis, and they would probably all be shit still.
Look at this card, Red Guardian, 3/4 on reveal. Remove the text of the lowest power enemy card here.
Ooh,
cool.
Leech.
Yeah,
targeted leech.
Yeah,
this seems pretty good.
Yeah, sure. You are paying a price though. 3/4 sucks.
Yeah, 4 is a shit.
And it's not going to hit stuff like you want, like Darkhawk and stuff like that too much.
Yeah, I was thinking no one's going to play Darkhawk by themselves.
Zabu Ravona, right? Like it's Zabu Ravona, you're hitting shit like that.
Yeah, this feels like Echo, but not proactive. It's like a reactive Echo.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think like as gets rid of Iron Man too, right?
Yes, but that was so obvious I didn't bring it up.
But what?
I said yes, but that was so obvious I didn't mention it.
Yeah. No.
You said Sunspot. Like Sunspot's a pretty good hit, right? Like.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty good. This is like Shadow King in some scenarios, Echo in other scenarios.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think it's a cool tech card.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and they play with they have here with Blob and Null too, the cards that you can get rid of, right?
Classic Null.
Classic Null.
He's back.
Yeah, Null's fucking back for his 10th fucking spotlight run here.
It's ridiculous.
It actually is ridiculous. Actually, when I saw Null here, I got kind of mad. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing with this card? Jesus Christ. Like, where's Jean Grey? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I get that Null's like the new player card. A new player sees Null and they're like, oh my God. So they're pushing into that, I guess, but
I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know. These cards look sick.
With Red Guardian, he seems like he's the underwhelming one of the season for sure. Like the other cards all seem pretty sick compared to him.
Yeah, for sure. He's probably the least powerful one, but he also is like the sneaky one. He might be the Legion of the season for sure.
Maybe. Yeah.
I like him more than this fucking U.S. agent guy.
Yeah, U.S. agent go fuck himself.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Stupid name, stupid face, stupid art.
It is. Yeah. It's stupid card.
Stupid.
Yeah. How much more time you have left?
It's whatever, man. I'm not doing nothing.
You want to do some AI images?
Sure. If you have some ready, yeah, go for it.
I didn't tell. No big deal. I made some.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Let's do it.
why
That's why you didn't want to do April cards.
No, we did April cards. What do you mean?
No, I know. At the start of the pod, you're like, I don't know, man. Maybe we'll just do March. You want to run these AI images. You're ready.
All
Dude,
right.
do you have headphones under your headphones, kid?
Me? No.
Yeah. You just got those?
That'd be great if I did.
Do they work? Are they wireless? I guess that's
These, they're wireless, yeah.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
That's
Amazon,
pretty
like $30. Are you guys ready?
High production value on this pod. Yeah, we run it.
All right. Yeah, exactly. All right. The first one's kind of dumb, but I think the other ones are better.
Thor. No. Beat Ray Bill.
I mean, it's Heimdall, right?
No, it's not Heimdall.
What?
I know.
Is this a deck or a card?
We can say a card.
Holy shit. Yeah, I don't know.
No big
There's
deal.
only,
Got
like-
it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Beat Ray Bill?
Why didn't you say so?
Because I was waiting. Because I got it right away. I wanted you to have a chance. Man, the AI could not get Beta Ray Bill no matter what I did.
Yeah.
I even typed in like Thor, but looks like a horse. So like Thor as a horse, and it kept giving me images of like Thor actually on a horse, but like the guy from the movies. What the hell's his name? The really good looking guy. I don't know what the hell his name is.
Hemsworth?
Hemsworth. Yeah, it kept giving me him on riding a horse. I'm like, no, I want a horse Thor.
Yeah, I don't think I would have got that. I wouldn't got Beta
Anyways,
Ray Bill.
this was like probably the worst one.
Hey, we got it though. We take those. Let's go.
Yeah, you got, oh, no big deal. Do you want to describe it to the people?
All right, so we got a sunrise. It looks like a sunrise. It's not a sunset because the sunset's a more pinkish background. So we have sunrise emerging from the clouds here. Beta Ray Bill's looking strong, stoic. Doesn't look like he's going to double up a bunch of times. Just looks kind of basic, actually, like that way. But he's in the clouds, and he's vibing. He's got his kind of just like very ordinary looking hammer, but his armor looks real sick, and it's a shiny, yellowy, silver, reddish flowing cape in the clouds, and yeah, man, he's ready to double up. So four cost Black Panther. Let's go.
Fucking beautiful.
Yes, I love it. All right, here's the next one. It's a deck. It's a deck.
Oh.
What do you think,
Oh,
NERFHERDER?
Annihilus Galactus? Galactus Annihilus?
Oh, I was thinking.
No, Nihilus.
Junk,
Galactus something.
Junk Galactus?
Nailed it.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that is junk around him.
I'm happy
Yeah.
you said Galactus because I saw the purple and I immediately went to Thanos in my brain. I'm like, yeah, that's Thanos.
All right, for the audio listeners, this is a purple. It's a purple man that sort of looks like Galactus, but he's wearing beautiful, almost Mayan inspired armor with like the crown of Quetzalcoatl, I would say.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if that's like an aura glowing above his head, but there is a glow above his head, and then even the trash around him looks absolutely majestic. And he's sitting on a throne of garbage.
Yeah, that's it. Junk Galactus. That was great. I loved it.
He acquired the junk from killing planets.
Yes. All right.
That's sick.
Let's move on to the next one here.
Oh man, something's toxic here. Some sort
Deck.
of
Yeah, it's obviously toxic something.
Oh, there's like a skull in the background.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. This is actually cool art.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So I'll start talking through it just because I can't think of it anyway. So it's like a wasteland power plant type of thing, but there's a giant green skull in the background in the shape of like a toxic cloud, and it just looks like a nuclear wasteland. There's a little guy walking through there. I mean, that guy's gonna get cancer in like 5 years for sure, and the radiation, like all the side effects that come from that. Like this he's in the danger zone right now. He's got to be careful.
He
He's
might
not
be
even wearing
ready
a
for
mask.
it. He's got a backpack and a suitcase.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to the office a little bit.
YOLO. But yeah, it's interesting. Cool art for sure. Okay, so I'm thinking some sort of hazmat. I don't know. What do you think, NERFHERDER?
Yeah, but I can't think of a deck. It's a deck, right?
Yeah. You can just do a generic deck if you want to.
Hazmat debris.
Yeah, just just a toxic affliction deck. That's it.
Okay.
Is that what you typed in though? You typed in
Yep.
toxic affliction. All right.
Yep, that's what I did. Yeah, not specifically card because there's so many of them, right? Like,
Yeah.
even if I try to do high evil toxic,
high evil abomination type of thing. That's what you're thinking here.
yeah. This image looks so cool that I'm like, I didn't want to sully it. You know, I had to show it.
Yeah, it's a sweet image.
All right. Oh, this one, I like this one actually.
Okay.
This one's gonna, you might have to talk through it. If you guys get it right away, I'll be fucking
NERFHERDER,
pissed.
you want to describe for the audio listeners now, and then maybe we'll think of something while you do it.
Sure, yeah, all good. It's a beautiful, elegant Gothic woman standing in a sort of open forest snowfield with a very demonic-looking wolf that is sort of in the shape of a C. He's very tall. His balance is very weird because he's like balancing on 2 feet, but also leaning at a point where he obviously should be falling over, and he's missing his left arm. But the woman is reaching out to him as if they are about to do some beautiful ballet.
But from your description, I think I got some ideas. Black Swan werewolf bounce.
Fucking nailed it.
Yes! The description was so good. I'm like, wait. You're like, oh, the wolf looks like he's bouncing. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, and then the black swan. You said ballet at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, there's the black swan.
Yeah.
The wolf is definitely missing a tailbone. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bouncing.
That's it. That's great.
Yeah, it looks like
I love that.
learning.
That was awesome. But yeah, this was a cool one.
That's really cool. Yeah, it's taking over.
Here's a different one. Almost more the same.
Oh gosh.
This is Dark Swan.
Yeah. Just black swan.
Black
just
Swan.
black swan.
Oh, it's just Black Swan. Okay.
Yeah, black swan bounce.
This is a gothic looking swan leaving his perch above the water, flapping into the majestic unknown.
Yeah,
A side note, swans are fucking rude, dude.
they are.
Oh, they're so rude. Goose
They
and
hiss
swan
at you?
can suck my dick. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're the
I
worst.
mean, bro, we're Canadian, so we know all about those Canadian geese.
Oh,
They're
okay.
they're little assholes. So
Yeah.
even growing up, like,
They don't respect the rules of the road. They just post up in the middle of the road like, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, they have no manners whatsoever.
Yeah.
no, little cocksuckers. Oh, here's one.
This is you describe while I contemplate.
Okay. This is a Chad. This is a very handsome man, but he is a sand man. He's in the sand, but he's got like a really nice suit on, perfect jawline and hair and everything. But he's in the middle of a desert, and he's got like a tan colored suit, same matches the sand, and he's emerging from the sand, and he's in the middle of the desert. I mean, all around him, there's nothing. It's just open desert land. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I think this is. I think you just combined Sandman and Gladiator, or Chadiator rather, because no big deal. Always says Chadiator instead.
Yeah.
That's my guess. The Sandman Chadiator.
It's just Sandman, yeah, but he
right.
looks like a Chad too. Yeah.
My bad. I threw it off. I'm like, wait, yeah. So, you wouldn't play that in a Sandman deck, though, right?
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't, but
No.
But why not?
makes for a majestic image.
But maybe a hella Sandman list you would.
Oh, baby.
We'll see when Corvus comes out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He just looked majestic. There was no Sandman. I couldn't even get him to be like. I couldn't even get the Spider-Man Sandman. You know, it was tough. So this Chad just came up. I'm like, yes, this is great. I think there's only one
Sandman.
more.
He's the man of the sand.
Oh, this one's the next one's a very specific deck. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'll start describing so you can think. This is a very burly, almost Nordic-looking man wearing a red jumpsuit that sort of looks like it's engineered for space. He's got fingerless gloves on. He's got the hair of a lion. It's absolutely beautiful. He's got biceps the size of my head. And he's sitting in a room that sort of looks like a jail cell with bars crisscrossing, but also sort of looks like an equipment closet of some sort. Yeah, I don't know what this is, though.
I have an idea, NERFHERDER. Do you want to take a guess before
No,
I
go
guess?
for it, man.
Pardon?
Go for it.
I'm thinking Lockjaw Thor.
Ooh.
No.
Oh, no. I was thinking because this guy looks like
I know
Thor, and he's like locked down. So I don't know. That was my thought.
This is Omega Red Lockdown.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh!
it's a
Nice.
recent video featured on NERFHERDER's channel.
Oh.
He just did a deck highlight of an Omega Red Lockdown.
Oh,
So yeah, Omega Red Lockdown.
This is
That's it.
the two types of Chads we have in the last two pictures. We got the
Exactly,
beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful Chad and the fucking Chad.
the flow.
Yeah, the Chad. Yeah, that's true. Actually. Oh, that's all for these things.
Nice. Those are
Good
great.
stuff.
That's fun. All right, what do you got to say? What do you got to say to the people?
If you read books and you're talking about them to friends, don't tell them it's a page turner. You sound like a dickhead. That's all I got, though.
I like that. I like that.
And don't read the end first. I mean, what happened to fun? Like, what do you know? Those people start with the last page. I gotta see if I like it. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
that's-
never done that.
Absolute savages.
Some people do that. It's crazy.
Yeah, those aren't people.
Yeah.
Monsters.
I just choose not to read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Realistically, that's what I do. Yeah.
No big deal. What do you got to say to the people? Close us out.
Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. We got Omega Red on the screen. He's a card now. That's pretty hype. Got some good cards coming out. Enjoy the meta. Rock and roll. Lock it down. +3 to both lanes. Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Peace. All right. And oh yeah, thank you so much, NERFHERDER, again. Thanks,
Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. Peace.
Peace.